Hey everybody, how's it going? We've got the ALTTPR League Season 2 Team and Division reveal today. I am the Fear Agent. Joining me for this little adventure is Frostbite 3030.
How
And
you doing today, Fear Agent?
I'm doing alright. And Walther the Fourth. Walther, how's it going?
Yo, what's up? I'm super hyped. How can you not be, right?
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. So I guess we should probably just get into it, right? Is
Yeah.
everyone excited for the season 2? I mean, we only doubled the league size, right, from 16 to 32.
Yeah,
That's what's
like
happening.
that's what I
Yeah,
was gonna
that sounds
say.
about right.
I
That
agreed
would
to do
seem
this when there were 32 teams.
that seems reasonable, going from 16 teams in season 1 to 32 in season 2. So I don't know. It seems all right. Um. All right, so let's just jump into it. Um. There we go. The ALTTPR League Season 2. Obviously, there's our website, ALTTPRleague.com. All of this information that we're going to go over this year, or today, is going to be on that website. So we put a lot of work into the website, and it's going to be the place to be for Season 2. It's going to have all the information. You can go there now, but after the stream, we will have all of what we talk about today up there. So let's get into it. Volunteers. Let's start there because they're the most important, more important than even our runners. We have commentators, trackers, restreamers, and this season fantasy league volunteers. We're running fantasy this year. And you can sign up in the rules and forms registration channel in our Discord. And we just want to give a huge shout out to all of the volunteers to make the league and restreams possible, because 64 teams is insane. So this is what we're doing. So big shout outs to our volunteers. If you want to volunteer, you want to do comms, you want to do tracking, you even want to restream on some of the league channels when they're not here on Speed Gaming, join our Discord. All right. So, what is the league? What are we doing here? We are running a three-team format with, 3 players per team. So we've got 192 players, 64 teams, and we're gonna get one champion out of all of them. And this is what we're doing. So teams of 3 will send out 2 runners a week, and you will be matched up against another team, and this is what we're running. So week 1, we've got just the normal open. Week 2, we've got Ambrosia, which is a pretty new format. It's standard, but it's Uncle Assured Sword. No, Assured Sword, version 31. Bosses have an item, and Uncle gives you the boots in. We've got Randomizer, we've got League Mystery, we've got Cross Keys. We've got something new this season, spoiler co-op Key Sanity, which is insane. And then we've got my favorite mode, which is co-op all dungeons. And we'll get 3 teams from each division. We'll advance to the playoffs, and that's what the playoffs are going to look like. Well, round 1, division finals, conference semifinals, conference finals, and then the finals. Conferences and divisions. This is what we're here for. There's 2 conferences. We've got the Light World and we've got the Dark World. We've got 4 teams per division, or 4 divisions per conference. And I feel like I should know all this stuff by now, right?
Dude, it's like a Russian nesting doll. It's impossible to keep track of it all. There's so many teams, there's so many conferences, there's so many divisions. It is making my head spin. So do not feel bad, my friend.
Yeah. And so we've got 8 teams per division. These are our Light World divisions. We've got Hyrule Castle, Kakariko, Lake Hylia, Lost Woods. We've got the Dark World, Pyramid of Power, Village of Outcasts, Misery Mire, and Skullwoods. So today we are going to find out which of our 64 teams is in each of these divisions, who your opponents are going to be. Walt, Frostbite, you ready to kick this off?
For sure.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be. So,
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I feel like this is what the people came up to see, right?
Yeah.
This is it. So these are our divisions. Here we go. We're going to start off in the light world. We're going to start with the Hyrule Castle division, and our first team in the Hyrule Castle division is... Did You Check Your Boot? Which has Tam, Revenant, and Werfjig. Frostbite. Wall, tell me about this team.
Honestly, I'm not as familiar with this team as I am with other teams, so I'm super excited to see them play. I feel like they're probably newer runners because, like I'll say right at the start, I've played more races than I think maybe anyone. So if I haven't seen you in a race, you probably haven't been racing that often. So it'll be interesting to see them play. But I'm not so familiar with them. Walt, do you have any info?
I know a little bit about Tam, but the other two I'm not so sure about. But yeah, this could definitely be a sleeper team. So there's a lot of teams that I think that might surprise you this season.
Next up, we've got in the Hyrule Castle division the Double Dippers with Edamump, Mugacharm, and Swagalicious. What do you guys got for this team?
Yeah, I'm familiar with... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say already we have returning... it's not a returning team, but Swagalicious was in the league last season. Just a different team here.
Yeah, and I'm familiar with all of them as well. They're fairly newer races, but I've raced with all of them, and they're definitely showing improvement and looking forward to see them.
Nice. Next up, in the Hyrule Castle division, we've got the Forfeiters Are Us, which has got to be one of the best logos this season, with Recidador, Mr. Forfeit himself, Dataplet, and Humbug.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this team. I want to see if they're going to be breaking out any new like forfeiting strategies. I mean, in the 1v1 races, forfeiting after your opponent finishes is, it's fairly normal, right? But I want to see if they start maybe forfeiting right after they find go mode, maybe forfeiting 10 minutes into the race. I mean, they're an absolute fantasy wild card, and I can't wait to see them play.
This is going to be a good one. I like this team a lot. Next up in the Hyrule Castle division, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy Brain. Look at that logo. That's some high quality logoing right there.
Yeah, we have so many good logos. It's really cool because people get to like shine with their creativity.
Yeah, so we've got Ricky of Kokori. We've got He's Just a Boy in Ohio, and you see there we've got a seal of GMP affiliation. That's one of our friends over at the Go Mode podcast teams. They've put together a lot of teams, and we're going to make sure we shout them out because the Go Mode podcast is an excellent podcast, and they've really helped us with promoting the league. So, thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Brain?
Yeah, I know He's Just a Boy in Ohio. I've been playing a lot of co-op together, so I'm looking forward to see him do that. And Ricky, I know he was playing entrance with us just last night. So, I mean, everyone's putting in that hard work and looking forward to seeing them play. It should be a good team, put up some really tight matches in this group.
Yeah, for sure. He's Just a Boy coming off of a pretty amazing run in the Challenge Cup as well.
All right, next up in the Hyrule Castle division, we've got Hyrule Track and Field. Jetters, Tabby Cat, and Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna.
I honestly just hope they all get the worst seeds because Scruff Ninja Tuna always asks for everyone to get the worst seeds, and I want some revenge.
This will be a fun team. Really dig their logo. Next up in Hyrule Castle, we've got Seal W with Pika Pals, Swerb, and Nabs.
I can't handle this team's logo, honestly. We talked about this in the pregame. It's too much. I give them a 10 out of 10, and they're good to boot. So this team's awesome. I love them.
Yeah, this team is definitely going to compete.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 PowerPoint or what's it called? Making together those profile.
Yeah, paint for the win. All right, next up in the Hyrule Castle division, we've got Spaceballs, the Rando team, Killer App 23, Phantom Rio, and TJ Maelstrom. What do you guys got for this team?
Great team name. Killer App's obviously a really good player. Ryu, probably more known for his commentary, but he's a good runner, and probably Maelstrom's one I'm least familiar with. But, it's like I'm old, and Spaceballs is my jam, so I like him.
Yeah, I hang with these guys a lot in the Crystal Company. They're from that Discord, and
Ah,
this is going to be a pretty fun team to be watching for sure.
All right, our last team in the Hyrule Castle division, returning from season 1, Sphere Affinity. We got Sabotender, we got GFE, and we've got P Train.
I'm a big fan of this team. I think they have a really good chance to take this division. Just starting with P Train, he obviously had a great run in the tournament. Sabotender, obviously, literal rando god after the tournament. I feel like GFE is the one that might be the issue with them. I know without Inverted this year, he might not be able to find the Cane of Samaria in Turtle Rock, with the exception of maybe the Cross Keys week or the Mystery week. So I'm interested to see how that affects his win-loss percentage. Not that I am personally bitter about anything, but this is a great team. They're really good friends of mine, and I think they have a really good chance to go far.
All right, so that's our Hyrule Castle division. Did you check your boot? Double Dippers, Forfeiters Are Us, Guardians of the Galaxy Brain, Hyrule Track and Field, Seal W, Spaceballs, the Rando team, Sphere Affinity. A couple matchups there to watch out for. What do you guys think overall about the division? Do we have a favorite? 3 of these teams are going to be making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think I think my favorite is Sphere Affinity, and then CLW, and maybe Forfeiters Are Us. I don't know. It's pretty open for the second and third teams, and these are weird modes. Anything can happen. It's just kind of throwing names and picking my friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, CLW looks really strong to me.
Yeah.
Great insight, Walt. Great insight. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We're moving on to the Kakariko division. Our first team in the Kakariko division is I Like Big Boots. Got Gans Gone Wild, we've got Relkin, and we got Zero Rush. What a team.
Yeah, really good team. Going to be super competitive. Great name. Pretty sweet logo. All in all, great team. Love them.
Yeah, love the name, love the logo, and I'm pretty stacked. So watch out for I Like Big Boots in the Kakariko division. I'm sure I'm going to mess that name up on commentary a couple different times. But next up, we've got It's Mitts, Cadenza, Little Miss Arcade, and Falcon. Give me some insight on It's Mitts.
I think this is one of our first all French teams, and I've not seen Falcon play too much, but I know Cadenza and Little Miss Arcade is really good, so this might be a really strong team.
Yeah, a team that might not be super well known, but might put up some good results. Next up in the Kakariko division, Kinda Rando retired. This is a returning team from season 1. They've changed their name, and they don't really play much, but here they are: Frame, Supernin Taylor, and Keong. Formerly known as Frame will do an interview if we win. Now Kinda Rando retired. What a team, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can sleep on them if you want. I'm certainly not going to. Great players, maybe not as active as they once were, but that doesn't take away your muscle memory and your skill. And I'll reserve my thoughts on the whole name change thing and how badly it hurt my brain for maybe a later thing that comes up.
Yeah, and for Amy and Keong, I know both of them have a lot of experience when it comes to co-op, so those weeks might be really strong for this team.
Yeah. I mean, every week's going to be strong for this team. It's going to be
exactly.
Tough. They're going to be a tough out. Next up in the Kakariko division, we've got less French Canadians. I'm gonna do it the English way. Less French Canadians. That's how you say it, right? We've got Elizabeth Ninband, and Rywek. Also a returning team from season 1, and I know they weren't happy about the results from last season, so I know they're going to be looking to make a run this season.
Oh yeah, really strong team. I know Ninban had a really deep run in the tournament recently, and he's a very scary runner, knows all the tech, very sort of in my flavor of making risky plays and memeing it up a bit maybe. And Rywek's obviously a good runner, wild card as well. Shout out to my Canadian teammates, love them. This team's going far.
Yeah, tough division.
Yeah.
Next up in Kakariko, we've got Link Finds a Way. Look at that logo. That is a logo, if I've seen a logo.
I mean, it's just pure gold.
That is great. Vidius Naso, Corvian, and Mr. DNA. Relatively newer runners and that I know of. Do you guys have any insight on Link finds a way?
I honestly cannot get past the logo. It's too much. Like, I might steal it and change my avatar to it, change my phone case to it. Like, I love it. No, I think they're newer runners. They're probably going to struggle up against some of the tougher teams, but that's sort of what you sign up for, is to play and improve and play weird modes and stretch your boundaries. And I'm sure they'll have a blast. And I feel like if we can get them a point or two for the logo right off the bat, I'll see what I can do.
The logo is choice. That is such a good logo.
But like as Walt said earlier too, like the logos, the team names, it's made it a little challenging to sort of prepare for this, because you can't some of them you can't take seriously, some of them you can't even read, and it's just like, oh my god, this community is too much sometimes.
That's good. On to the next team, Kakariko division. We've got Swedish Rubbers, Amarith, Oro, Hobo Gym, and another GMP team. What do you guys got for the Swedish Rubbers, and maybe you want to explain their name?
Yeah, so fun fact, none of these are actually Swedish. But apparently there's a company in Sweden that makes like good rubbers for controllers, and they're pretty big fan of it. They're all from the I think they're all from the mentor tournament in the GMP Discord as well.
Yeah, I've seen them put on a lot of practice, especially in co-op and some other modes. So might surprise some people. If you've never heard of these runners, this might be a chance for them to break out. Next up, in Kakariko, we've got Team Hot Dish, Sneakbat, Lady Box Thief, Kagan Closet, another GMP team.
Yeah, basically another team that's been putting in a lot of practice, doing a lot of races over in the Go Mode Discord, whether it's the async bi-weekly seed that they do, or the various voice races that they do. But another team that's up and coming, newer runners, and looking forward to see them.
Mm-hmm. Kagan the Closet has a great logo, by the way. Okay, avatar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish that was my closet, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Walt, you got some insight on this team?
So this is another fully mentor team. So the GMP had a mentor tournament a while back when newer runners got to play the game, but they had like some more experienced runners to mentor them through it. So it's really cool to see all these like mentees coming into their own and making their names in the tournament.
Awesome. Next up, looks like we got a little bit of spoiled for the spoilers. We've got Dr. Marty, Shady Forest, and Zelda Dazan as our last team in the Kakariko division. Another really strong team.
Can we mute Fear Agent's Mike? Did he do that on purpose, or I know I'm just kidding. This team is stacked. Zelda Dazan is one of my favorite runners to watch, and Shady Forest and Dr. Marty are really good. I know they do a lot of spoiler races, so maybe that'll help them for week 6 or the spoiler log week. And I like this team. I like their logo. It's very Frostbite level of artistic design, and they're going to go a long way.
Oh man!
Yeah, the pressure is on for week 6 when there's the spoiler week for this team.
Yeah, for sure. You kind of put it out there when you name your team after a week mode.
There you go. So that's our Kakariko division. I like Big Boots. It's Mitts, kind of random retired. Less French Canadians. Linka finds a way. Swedish Rubbers, Team Hot Dish, and the spoilers. We got a couple of matchups to watch there. Who you guys like coming out of this division? It's a pretty stacked division. Yeah,
this is a really, really tough division. I feel like maybe a 4-way battle to the death between Boots, retired Canadians, spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, but this is a tough division, and
dude, I'm saying that like I can actually remember everyone that's on every team as we're going through this, and I know most of these people. Like, it's so hard, but that's my hot take on. I think the division will come down to. This is one of my favorite divisions, so a lot of really good runners and good matchups these weeks as I was going through the schedule, getting ready for this, and one to watch for sure.
Walt, who you like coming out of this division?
I mean, like Frostbite said, there's a lot of good teams here. I would really like to see the kind of random retired due to spoiler week. Kyong actually won the spoiler tournament, so we'll see how he actually managed to come back in that come back into his old ropes again.
Yeah, that's a match I highlighted too. I want to see some Zero Rush versus Kyon execution in that week 6 spoiler log. That could be fantastic.
Yeah, gonna be good. All right, moving on. Lake Hylia division. We've got our first team, 16-bit nerds, Floyd, Airkier, I'm totally mispronouncing that, and Flip Heel.
Iker?
That sounds probably better.
Airkier, maybe. It definitely looks Icelandic, but I don't think it is.
As our European correspondent, I will take your word for that.
I'm just here to mispronounce everything. What do you guys got for 16-bit nerds in the Lake Hylia division?
I'm not too familiar with the runners. Their logo's really good. I'll give them some high marks on that.
Yeah,
and I got no idea. We'll have to see what happens when they get down to it.
Yeah, I mean, all of these players are pretty comfortable when it comes to cross keys, so that could be a week for them to shine.
Nice.
Yeah, cross keys is definitely an equalizer. All right, next team up in the Lake Hylia division, we've got 2 Pearl, 2 Furious. My favorite team name from Season 1, Trinex, Scary Olive, and OS28. What do you guys got for 2 Pearl, 2 Furious?
Yeah, another returning team with a really strong lineup. All of these players have been around in the random community as long as I can remember. So
yeah, it's going to be a good match every time they play. I was a little scared by Olive's avatar. I don't know if that's what he uses all the time, and I'm just looking at it in small, and I hadn't really seen it, but it's a little eerie. But no, I mean, obviously they got a great throwback logo. They're going to be one to watch for sure.
Yeah, going to be a good team. Next up in Lake Hylia division, we've got Clown Parade, Perdwong, we've got Shireen, we've got Dracaris. This team is stacked.
Yeah, I got a lot of strong feelings about this team. Dracaris obviously joining up with Shireen and Perdwong after playing with the Last Locationers this year. I predict big things from this team. Dracaris will probably skip something at some point crucial and last locate his Go Mode item, but still win somehow. Perdwong, guaranteed, gonna go through Pendant Skullwoods in Go Mode and win somehow. They're just going to have to carry Shireen, who is obviously free. And yeah, great logo. I love these guys. It's going to be a great team to watch. And yeah, one of my favorite teams joining that wasn't sort of a returning team.
Yeah, I don't see Perdwong and Shireen playing too much in like competitive tournaments and stuff like that. So it's going to be fun to see how they adapt in that kind of a format.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be good.
I can't stop looking at Shireen's avatar. It's staring into my soul.
Yeah, it's good. All right, next up, we've got Pug Trio, we've got Weighty Words, we've got Futon, and we've got Andy. You guys got anything for this this ragtag group of team?
Absolutely never heard of them.
I mean, they have a nice logo and nice thematic profile pictures, but other than that, I don't know if there's too much to say about this team.
I like that Andy just dressed them up as pugs.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this logo is really good. I mean, obviously they're all really good runners. We're joking, of course, and it just shows that every division is stacked, and another great team that has big time pass credentials and still plays really awesome, and is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, that's quite the team. Next up, the Immortals, a returning team from Season 1. We got Roach 788, Duke Firebird, and new to their team this year, Julo Ninja.
Another really good team, honestly. Like I know Roach and Duke were in the tournament last year, and I played a bunch with them, both in voice and co-op and stuff. And Julo Ninja, first quartile qualifier in the main tournament. Going after everyone's heart with that Waluigi logo. I mean, I might dock them a little bit on the team logo just for reasons to pick a fight with someone arbitrarily. But no, this is another good team that's going to be competitive, and looking forward to them play.
Yeah, this entire division is really strong, but I don't think you should count this team out too quickly, because they could definitely fight back.
Oh, for sure. Next up, the long shots. Logo's great. Tyler Salt, Diesel Martini, and Zelda fan 18657, also a GMP team. What do you guys got for these guys?
Yeah,
I haven't seen these guys play too much, but I know that at least Diesel Martini and Tyler Salt, I've seen their names around a lot, so haven't really seen them play yet. So it's hard to say exactly how strong they are, but it's definitely going to be fun to find out.
Yeah, exactly. I give them bonus points for like kind of leaning into the underdog status with the name and the logo's top 10, and yeah, it's really good. I feel like you said, they're probably going to have tough battles in some weeks, but you know, that's sort of like what you signed up for, and it'll be fun to watch them play.
Yeah, they're going to have to fight through a bunch of good teams. This division's pretty stacked. Next up, third strongest mole. Look at that. That's awesome. Wow, Westside Vandal, Drunk Future Self, and Virtua Cat, another GMP team. Now, what number 3? I think the logo is something to do with Earthbound. Is that right?
Dude, I have no idea, man. I'm sorry.
I think I heard something about that, but I completely forgot exactly what this is about. But I think it's an Earthbound comment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Newer-ish runners. Somebody that again, they're in a pretty strong division, so they're going to have to play really well. But
yeah, I know they've been putting in work too in the Go Mode podcast Discord voice races, and I'm sure they'll have a blast. And you know, I just wish I wasn't lame and didn't get their joke reference for their name, where I'd give them more bonus points on that front.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, if we learned anything from season 1 in the league, is that you should never count down any players in any match, because we had a lot of like upsets.
Oh, for sure.
Last season, to be honest.
Exactly.
For sure. Next up, we've got my favorite team name, the Wu-Tang Clan. Old Ducky B, aka Apathy Duck, Method Thought, aka Imosaro, and SZA, aka Solsky. This is a team.
What do I got to say? Absolutely stacked. I mean, it's like they looked into the ether and said, what could we pick that would be the most nostalgic for Frostbite and make him give us the most bonus points for our team name? And they absolutely nailed it. I just want to make some comments on their clan members. I feel like Method Tot and SZA are obvious choices. I feel like ODB might be a little bit more risky of an option. Obviously, when he's on point, when he shows up, he's incandescent in his skills, but you always have to wonder that he might just get picked up for a weapons charge and he might not be available for a match. And so, I mean, it's a really great choice. Love this team. I mean, obviously huge people in the community, great runners, and it's going to be incredible to watch them play.
Yeah, I hope that they stay in characters for the interviews as well.
So good.
Yeah. I can't handle them. I can't take them seriously as runners because of this. It's like such a great idea. I'm so jealous I didn't think of it the first time around for our team. And I absolutely love this team. Love this team. Love this team.
All right, so let's take a look at the Lake Highly division. We've got 16-bit nerds, 2 Pearl, 2 Furious, Clown Parade, Pug Trio, the Immortals, the Long Shots, Third Strongest Mole, and the Wu-Tang Clan. Can you pick a winner?
I would call this the group of death when it comes to the Light World conference. I think there's so many good teams in this division, and it's like really hard to tell who's gonna make it out of this one.
Yeah, you guys nailed it. This is, in my opinion, a crazy division. It's going to be really awesome to watch, and what can you say? This is a really good division. Lake Hylia is stacked in this seed.
I mean, coming out of the gates, week 1, you got Pug Trio versus the Wu-Tang Clan. That's a banger of a start right off the bat.
Yeah, it is. It's incredible.
So that's the third Light World division. Let's take a look at the last one. We've got the Lost Woods division, and our first team. Actually, Walt, who did you say you had coming out of Lake Hylia? Can you pick one? I'm gonna put you on the spot, Walt. Who you got out of Lake Hylia?
I think Clown Parade is just gonna clown over all the other opponents. So they'll probably take it.
Heard it here first. All right. Lost Woods division. We've got we're buddies with Locke, Chelsea Lynn, and Ventalis. Tell us about this team.
I don't know why I'm laughing so hard. Obviously, I'm not as familiar with Locke, but Fintelis and Chelsea Lynn are longtime community members. I know Chelsea had a pretty good run in the main tournament, and yeah, they're going to be a good team. I can't really take the logo seriously. I'm not sure if it belongs on like a designer bread or something like that, but it's awesome, and they're a great addition to the league. What can I say?
Yeah. Well, you got anything for But We're Buddies?
I mean, this is going to be super interesting. I haven't seen Fantalis play competitive in a long time, so that's going to be interesting. And I haven't seen much from Log, but it's going to be interesting to see his skill level.
Yeah, should be good. All right, that's Team 1. Team 2 in the Lost Woods division, we've got Grouchy Old Men, Zalo, Lumaga, and Verts505, another GMP team. What do you guys got?
Is this the most GMP team? They're very, very active over in that community. Like these guys a lot. I know they've all been putting in hard work. I love Xylo's logo. It makes me laugh every time I look at it. And this team is really going to be, probably in some tough weeks, but they're going to be competitive in other weeks, and they're going to have a great time, I'm sure.
I'm totally going to be super biased here. Verts was mine and Feline's mentee in the mentor tournament, so I'm definitely going to be rooting for this team a lot.
Nice.
Next up, Team Kappa, Gamachu, 1UP, Fear Agent. We could probably just skip right past this team, right?
No, I feel like
probably.
Yeah, I got a couple things I want to say. Not probably what you might predict I might say, but this is going to be a really, really good team. Gamachu, as a new addition to the team, has puts in a ton of work and puts up great times and races all the time. 1UP is obviously a really good runner. I know he's been doing some more sort of NMG stuff maybe than the Rando, but I'm sure he'll get back into it for the league. And Fear Agent is a former Rando player that just does computer stuff now to make sure that the league operates. So we'll see if they can carry him. And they're a really good team. Returning from season 1, going to be very competitive.
All right, Team Kappa from Lost Woods. Next up, team we're bad at team names. We got Sinak, we've got Clifford, and we've got Adrianic Rick. I can't even get through it.
Adirondack Rick, Fear Agent, you are American. That is an embarrassment. Let alone this team is great.
I can't get over the logo. The logo is so good. Another GMP team. Oh man, this was actually our 64th team to join.
Oh, nice. A team that made it all happen. The logo is amazing. Again, perfect for my era of pandering. And, what can you say? They're great members of the community. And, it's a good team. Probably going to have a little challenge in some of the matchups against other teams. But they're awesome dudes, and they're going to put up a heck of fun. I know Rick had a great run in the Challenge Cup. And, looking forward to watching him play.
Yeah,
I also like how Sash Labod is like lurking in the shadows there as well in the team logo.
I think he's officially a member of the. He's the 4th member of the team, the only team to have 4 members. So you got to watch out for that.
I wasn't aware.
So what you're saying is we should use called. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say I wasn't aware of the loophole of having a robotic teammate to help you out.
Yeah, maybe we should just call them Team Rigged, right?
Yeah.
All right, next up in the Lost Woods division, we've got the Missing Links, Levian, Firestorm, Slowpoke, and Villian. What do you got?
I mean, they're going to be a really good team. Their logo is a bit interesting, busy, I might say, just to get on the grading curve. Fireline, obviously, really good runner. Same with Slowpoke. I'm not as familiar as Lavan Firestorm, but they're going to be a tough team. And, should be awesome. Really, Fireline, with his voice and his commentary, definitely gets some bonus points out of me for this team as well.
Love the evolution of Link up there, their logo.
Is that what it is? I have the stream too small, and there were so many of them, and I looked at them all. I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, man, it's the Missing Links. Got it. All right, next up in the Lost Woods division, we've got Where in the world is our gosh dang Bombos with Hippo Man, Varanth, and Flaming Rock? Give me something good about where in the world is our gosh dang Bombos.
Yeah, hopefully they'll not get too many seeds that involves Bombos then. But I'm not too familiar with this team, to be honest.
I don't know. I just got some real fun nostalgia thinking back to the old TV show Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego that I loved as a child, and so I'm assuming that's what they were going for. The logo's really awesome, and like Walt said, I'm not familiar with them either, and looking forward to seeing them play.
Yeah, we need to bring Rockapella back for this team to do their intros.
Yeah.
Next up, Lost Woods Division, we got Wool, Pull, Pad 4, Food, Hacksaw, Technolink, and Fatboy 300. What do you guys got?
I mean, really good runners. Hacksaw, I mean, just has the best logo, I think, maybe of anybody in the entire tournament. This is a really quality team, good runners, and going to be a tough opponent every week. I like the logo too.
Mm-hmm.
Simple but silly.
Yeah, I mean, luckily Mystery has a chance of being pedestal seed as well, so maybe this team won't have to go hungry this entire season.
Yeah, good point.
All right, I think this is the last team in the Lost Woods Division. We got WJPTBB, JTB, Brewers Fan JP, and Willard J. Bradley.
Woodput Bub, that's what I call them because it's too long otherwise.
Yeah, there's a lot of B's, but I actually heard some rumor that the last B stands for something special. This is the hot inside info.
There we go. Do we have any insight on this team? Pretty stacked team, I would say.
Yeah, super stacked team. I may know JP a bit because I think we've played each other 11,000 times in the tournament recently, and had a lot of close matches in our division that Walter won, of all things, ironically. Not that I'm bitter about that either. Just kidding. I love you, Walter. And no, this is a really good team. Willard's obviously a really, really good runner and a big member of the community, and JTB is awesome, an awesome runner as well.
Yeah, should be good. All right, so let's take a look at the Lost Woods Division. We've got But We're Buddies, Grouchy Old Man, Team Kappa, Team We're Bad at Team Names, The Missing Links, Where in the World is our Gosh Dang Bombos, I want to say darn for some reason, Will Pull Ped for Food, and WJPTBB. Who do you guys like coming out of this division? The last of our Light World divisions.
I mean, it's tough. All of these divisions, sooner or later, it's going to come down to a couple of matches. It's going to be really hard to predict, but I think the last team we saw here, WJPTBB, has a pretty good chance of maybe advancing from this division.
Yeah, I'd second that opinion. I feel like they're probably the favorites, with probably Team Kappa, as loath as I am to admit it, maybe a close second. And it's going to be fun. But like Walter said, the way this league works, you get the modes get different, and you only have one-on-one matchups, and so weird things happen. So to say that I'm making any pick with confidence is not necessarily the case. But I like WJPTBB, which put Bub. Too many consonants in a row. Really good team, great guys, and I feel like they're gonna qualify for sure.
Yeah, should be good. All right, so let's take a look at the Light World Conference. One team is going to represent the Light World Conference in the finals here. We see the divisions. We've picked division winners. Who you guys got coming out of the Light World Conference? Only one team can make it.
Whew, that's a rough one. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm never good with predictions. So if I say a team, they're probably not going to make it to the finals. So I won't curse anyone.
I will curse somebody. Team Kappa. No, I'm just joking.
Jeez, of course.
No, honestly, I feel like I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I think Clown Parade has got a really good chance. I know that they're really good at the other modes, and I feel like the first place finisher in the Lake Hylia division is going to be the team that makes it. There's my pick and fights with everyone else in the conference.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Yutang Clan just because they have my favorite team logo and team name. And they're really strong.
People would respect their team logo so much that they're like just thinking about it when they're playing it instead of thinking of the game.
Exactly. Intimidation. All right, so that's our Light World Conference. Take a good look, chat. Who do you guys like coming out of this division or this conference and all these divisions? This is double the size. This conference right here is double the size of Season 1.
Yeah, I just want to stop you for 1 second. This is the list of teams. Go look at the schedule when this is all done, and this is incredible amount of volume happening.
Yeah, for sure. This is how big we intended the league to be this season.
This is the halfway point. All right, so that's the Light World Conference. Let's take a look at the Dark World Conference, starting with Pyramid of Power Division. Our first team up, Beard Force 1, Unknown Availability, Dr. Bobtastic, and Dark Shadows 59. Gotta say, that's a choice a logo right there.
Yeah, love it. I mean, this is a good team. A huge fan of Dr. Bob, and this is Unknown Availability's avatar is a little creepy for my liking, and I'll dock him a few points on that. But the logo's great, as Fear said, and love the team name, and happy they're in the division.
Yeah, this team name kind of makes me feel like, I wish I could have a beard like that.
Yeah. It's good. All right, next up, in Pyramid of Power, we've got Broken Triforce, Glowing, I Am the Schwartz, and Big Dunka. I mean, we've talked about stacked teams before, but holy smokes.
Yeah, really, really stacked team. Glowin and Dunka, I mean, are awesome runners, and Schwartz is a great runner as well. But I don't know that I've played with him as much in sort of maybe the dailies, maybe our schedules don't back, but I've seen him in the tournaments and stuff. And I mean, obviously we're all big fans of Dunka, those that use his trackers, so I'm biased towards them. Maybe for that reason, probably for less reasons, but no, this is a really good team. They're going to be super difficult to challenge, and stacked, absolutely stacked.
Yeah, Gloin coming out of retirement here as well. I heard that he was lost in World of Warcraft Classic, but he's back. And it's going to be... I'm wondering who of these are the Broken Triforce Ps. It's going to be interesting to find out. Also, I Am the Schwartz. I heard some rumors that he's a mute, so that's going to be interesting for the co-op with
Should be good. All right, next up. The Fendrana Drifters, Megawatt, get your ats and megawatts in chat. Frostbite 3030 and current new champion of the fall tournament, Jet 082. I mean, we go from one stack team to another stack team plus Frostbite.
Yep.
Walt, break this team down.
Okay, so we have Jet, who's obviously really good because he won the tournament. I'm not sure who Frostbite is, but he'll probably make some efforts to this team. And then we have Megawatt, who's everyone's favorite guy to ping, right?
I don't even think there's a close second.
Yeah. I mean, the Drifters are an excellent team. Obviously, just from Season 1, you guys were in the semifinals. What were you guys? How far did you make it?
I honestly can't remember because I'm bad with that sort of stuff. I do remember that we were defeated by the Titans Myths, Dante, Nep, and Etium in the playoffs at some point. And we just want to plug us a little bit. Not only is Jet the champion, but we were also the only team to have each of our runners win one of the qualifiers for the last tournament as well. We won a total of 4 qualifiers overall. Somebody won 2. And no, we're looking forward to competing again, and we've been putting in a bunch of practice, and obviously Jet's been playing amazing and had a great run in the tournament.
Yeah.
To the first place, like, it's incredible.
Yeah, what a division. Pyramid of Power already starting out really, really strong. Next up, we've got Skullwood's Big Skip with Fleck, Cascade Hope, and Chimo. I think that's how you say it.
I always say Kiamo in my head, but it's not like I've heard any of said out loud before, so
What do you got? Newer runners?
Yeah,
I
exactly. I know.
definitely seen them around,
Oh, I'm wrong.
but I'm not sure how. I haven't really seen them play, but I've seen they play a lot of dailies. I think.
Yeah, for sure. And I know Kimo, I think he said in chat that Fear had it, and I was wrong, which I'm willing to admit. And I know he's put in some work on, I think, on some of the MSU packs that I use as well. So getting bonus points for me on that front. And yeah, another Frostbite level like power or paint logo, so that's great. And I'm needless to say, I'm a big fan of Flex logo.
Yeah, great logos all the way around. A team that people might not know a lot about but right now, but has their chance to make their name known in a pretty tough division. Next up, we've got Team 63 and a third with Kachiri, Reg, and Karnath. This is obviously our 63rd team to join the league this season.
I mean, you say obviously. I didn't get the reference until right now, but that may be a problem with my brain.
Yeah.
Not their joke. But yeah, this is another group of runners that I'm familiar with. They're probably, not the most elite of executors, but good runners, know the game, and they're certainly going to be competitive.
Yeah, and Reg is like the ultimate tracker as well. So if he's like even half as good at rando as tracking, they're probably gonna slay this division.
Should be fun. I think they might have gotten together through Oro's free agency sheet, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Next up, Pyramid of Power, we've got the Titansmiths, SailorNet, EDM, and Dante, also a GMP team, obviously with Dante being a co-host of the GMP podcast. This division is insane, right? Holy
yeah!
crap.
This division is probably like the group of death in the Dark World. I'm not gonna lie, and this is one of our returning teams as well from last season, and I want to say they did pretty good last season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think they were in the semifinals. Yeah.
Yeah, not only that, they've been playing well lately. I know Dante won 2 as well for the last tournament. I believe all of them qualified for brackets, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So good runners. I want to give EDM a shout out for leading into the Discord default logo, which I am somewhat of a fan of. But no, this is a really solid team, and they're awesome dudes. Even though they eliminated us last year in the playoffs, we get an early rematch in the division, and I'm looking forward to playing them again.
Yeah, should be good. Next up, we've got Tile Roomies. That's an awesome logo. Artie Walsh, Jamie Sher, and Hazuki. So, a really solid team. And I think they also got put together through Oro's free agency list, so that's pretty cool as well. But that logo is on point.
I like the vintage 70s cottage table logo that RD Walsh is going with. He maybe picked up on a trip to Panama City or something like that. But no, this is a really good team. I know Misha did really well in the tournament, and Walsh as well. And yeah, it's going to be fun to watch them play. Going to be a challenge. I can't remember which week we play them because there's a million teams in a million weeks, but looking forward to it.
Yep, should be good. Next up, we've got What Are You Doing in My Swamp? Palace with Don Veneer, Scrub Casual, and Digidude. Excellent team name.
Everything about this is great.
This is another Crystal Company team, which is so I know these guys very well. It's going to be super fun to see them pop off in the league.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're in a pretty tough division, so they're going to have to bring their A game to the Swamp Palace. So let's take a look at the Pyramid of Power division. We've got Beard Force 1, Broken Triforce, Vendrana Drifters, the Skullwood Big Skip, Team 63 and a third, the Titansmiths, Tile Roomies, and What Are You Doing in My Swamp Palace? Can you pick a winner from this one? This is tough.
I don't know. I like Broken Triforce. Kind of like we haven't seen all of them play too much lately, but paired together, I think that's a really good powerhouse. And this week 1 matchup between Triforce and Titus Smiths that might even rival the one we saw with the Pug Trio against Yutan Clan for the hypest game of week 1.
Yeah, that's going to be really, really hype. I'm not going to ask Frostbite's opinion because he's obviously biased.
Yeah, I'm incredibly biased, obviously, in everything. And but outside of the Drifters, which are obviously going to finish first, and it's not even going to be close. I think Triforce and Titans are super tough teams who are probably going to be battling it out. And then, what can you say? Every other team is challenging. Tile Roomies particularly, I feel, are challenged, and the Swamp team. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of free matches in this division. I don't know how the schedule breaks out. I hope maybe we get some more favorable matchups, maybe with some more mystery entrants, which I like our chances in against some of the maybe newer teams who are going to be more challenged with the mode and save our best shots at teams like Broken Triforce and some of the more standard modes. But that's why this league's so interesting. It's so variable, and I think our division's really tough, and I hope we qualify for the playoffs.
Yeah, this division. I mean, you gotta say this for everybody, but you really got to bring your A game each week because there's no room for error with this when the division is this stacked. So let's move on to the next division. We got the Village of Outcasts division with Frame will give an interview if we win with Gem, Korek, and Act the Boker, second place finisher in the main tournament, with a new name.
A new old name. So yeah, this was the kind of Random Retired had this team name last year. Sadly, they didn't win, so Frame never got to do an interview. So this team were like, well, Frame is going to do an interview one way or another, so we're going to go for it.
Yeah. And I got confirmation that Frame will give an interview if they win. So
that is incredible.
So Team 4K, 4th and 4-head are now Frame will give an interview if we win, which is not confusing at all.
No, not in the least. 10 out of 10 troll name, Ack. I love it. Super congratulations for getting second in the tournament. That's really hard. This is a obviously stacked team, even though I think Korek might be a free enterprise main these days from what I've been seeing in some of the recommendations I've been getting. They're going to be a really tough team to out, and their logo is just immaculate.
I mean, it's such a clown parade. All right. Obviously a really strong team. Next up, I've got a Tempered with DD Demolisher, Skeeter, and T-Stu14. We got another Waluigi out there.
Yep, another team favorite. And T-Stu is one of those runners who, like, as long as I played Rando, I've seen them around, like, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. I'm really digging the angry face on the Tempered Sword as well.
Yeah, it's a really good pun team name, really good logo leaning. Like Walt said, T-Stu's probably the one I'm most familiar with. Puts up really good times in races when I played with them, and it's like, how's that guy that I never see play smoke me like that so bad? So I know he's a really good runner, and good team.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Next up in the
and if you think that, oh sorry,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you think that team logo looks angry now, you just wait until they get the gold sword and they lose their temper.
Yeah. All right, moved a little too fast. We've got Old Swagger Jackson returning with Kern, Walther IV, and Mark Nivenson, another GMP team. Walt, break this team down. Are you guys going to be any good this year? Are you going to make the playoffs?
Well, let's hope so, right? I don't know. It's a tough division, but we're gonna play for fun and hopefully win as well.
Yeah, super strong team. All three runners are really good, and I expect a good showing from Old Swagger Jackson.
Yeah, for sure. Super strong runners. Curran with his just encyclopedic knowledge of the game and its intricacies and glitches and whatnot, and Walter obviously a super strong runner. Bested me in the tournament, and Mark, who has been around for a long time and is a really good runner as well. So really good team, returning team from last year. Just going to be super fun to watch them play again.
Yeah, another good team. All right, next up, Get Good, which is great with Sir Link-a-Lot, Nissan Sentra, Alex, and Wall Kicks. New team, another GMP team. Sir Link was on a team last year, but I really like this team.
Alex's logo is my favorite.
So their team name is Operation Get Good, right?
Yeah, that's why.
What happens like mid-season if one of them actually becomes good? Do they have to leave the team?
Probably. That's my guess.
That might take some intense metagaming. If someone's playing too well, they might have to get them out all their matches early so they don't get docked by having that player sit at the end of the league if they do get good. But that Nissan Sentra is never going to get good, though. So maybe they're safe, and I'm just kidding. Every few pages you come across one of these logos that just makes you absolutely lose it. So.
Yeah, this is a team to watch out for. I think they're going to be sneaky good. Next up, Super Salty Dungeoneers. And I just want to take a second and pause and just enjoy this logo. I mean, look at that. Look at that logo. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's really sick. That's really sick.
Oh, man, it's such a good logo. All right, we got... how am I going to pronounce this? Swanee Wrath 11, Siberian Bull 9, and Dark Rid 12. Do you guys got any insight on this team?
Dude, I can't even see my
Super Salty Fungineers. When they submitted their team name, they replaced the F with the D on a mistake.
And went with it.
We had to go. They wanted us to change it back to Dungeoneers. So, but
I mean,
that
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think I've seen any of these runners play, and that doesn't mean that I might be inexperienced or anything. Like, there's so many matches happening all the time, so maybe I just missed them. So, but I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually can't see my screen through the tears in my eyes, but I know their logo is fire. It was the one I picked as my favorite the first time through before I saw the Jeff Goldblum one. And then, I'm the same with Walt. I'm unfamiliar with them and looking forward to see how they do. Shout out to Siberian Bull's avatar, which is just something I don't understand what it is, and I like it.
That's great. All right, next up, we got Talking Heads with Matt 7898, Jex Reffy, and Professor Renderer. Another new team to the season 2. Give me some insight on Talking Heads.
This is the commentator team, right?
That's right.
So if they're really good at talking, then co-op is going to be their week for sure, right?
You would think.
Yeah. I'm to keep focusing on the logos because that's what we're here for. I really love Matt's Dark Link avatar because, as we know, he always uses the Dark Link sprite, and Matt is a really elite runner, going to put up some really tough matches. Jex and Professor are probably a little bit lower in skill, and I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but it's probably
Well, they focus on talking, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can't focus all your skills on the game when you're focusing on your words. Mm-hmm. That's why I stumble so much. But no, this is going to be a fun team to watch and listen to, and I like the logo.
Yeah, should be good. All right, Village of Outcasts. We've got the Cool Rush Gamers with Cool Papa Bell 2282, Bum Rush Blitz, and the Daddy Gamers, which is another GMP team. Somebody smarter than me figured out Cool Papa Bell's logo. I don't know what it means. But I really like
I think it's Cool Papa Bell's logo is a way of saying 216.
Oh, is it?
That's what I've been told.
Oh,
I'm horrible at math, so.
Sure.
I didn't even try and figure it out. I didn't even realize it was something you could figure out.
it just looks like gibberish to us laymen.
Yeah, man. But this is the Go Mode. I believe was Bum Rush Blitz the actual winner of the Go Mode tournament? Am I correct in that, Walter? I actually can't remember because my brain doesn't work. But no,
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Yeah, and no, they're very active over there and up and coming runners, and looking forward to seeing them play.
Yeah, this will be fun. I think they're going to be one of the better GMP teams, so you got to watch out for them. All right, last team in the Village of Outcasts, we got Yoshi on skis, Eudaimonistic, Cheer Out. Why can I not talk today? Kirality and Jezel Shaft. What do you guys got?
Really good team. Awesome to see Gesellschaft coming back and joining the league. Looking forward to seeing her run again. Getting some hot tips on some bomb strats maybe that I steal from watching everyone when they play. And Corrality has been doing a lot of practice in the co-ops, and he's a really good runner. And Uday Monistic. I said I wouldn't screw up the name. I practiced it earlier. He's maybe not quite as skilled as they are, but he's a good runner and he's really good at commentary and he's a great dude. And really looking forward to this team, especially those bomb strats. I got to up my game in that front, so really looking forward to that.
Yeah, this is gonna be really. I'm actually really hyped because I got a lot of like people that I know in my division, and it's always like fun to play with friends, right? Even if you're playing against them.
Yeah, it's cool to see people come out for the tournament as well that haven't been playing in a while. So. Really dig the team logo as well. So.
Oh yeah, it's great. This is a great team.
Yeah, gotta watch out for Yoshi on skis. So let's take a look at the Village of Outcasts. We've got Frame will give an interview if we win. I've got a tempered Old Swagger Jackson, Get Good, Super Salty Dungeoneers, Talking Heads, the Cool Rush Gamers, Yoshi's on skis. A couple matchups to watch. Frostbite, Walther. Who do you guys like coming out of this division?
So I think the clear favorite should be Framey will give an interview if we win. And I mean, honestly, if they don't make it out of this, the team that does is going to be probably the villain of this season because
Sure.
That means Framey won't do an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great meta play, picking a team name that's going to make everyone want you to win. I love it from a mind game perspective. Plus, being super good is good. But they're probably my favorite as well. I think Wall's team, Old Swagger Jackson's going to put up really good fight. I think Yoshi's on skis is going to be one of the best teams coming into the tournament as a new team this year. And I just hope the Salty Dungeoneers stay as long so we can look at that sweet logo as often as possible. So.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, so that's Village of Outcasts. Let's move on to the Misery Mire division. We've got A Link to the West Coast, Black Wax, Zentnix, and Senin. Is that how you say it? Another GMP team.
Yeah.
Senin.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Yeah. I think this is another full roster of players from that GMP tournament. And I think Senin did a really good performance in the Challenge Cup as well lately, so definitely a team to look out for.
Yep. Moving on, we've got another stack team, Error 216, Thelane, Bawane, and Arier. I mean, we've talked about stacked teams. I don't know if it gets much stacked, and if you look at that,
yeah, this might be the most stacked team in the entire league, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a crazy good team. Glad to see Hitsuyan being on brand in chat. It makes me very happy. And they're going to be a really, really competitive team. Three of the best runners in the community, and maybe they can get gotten maybe a mystery week with some awful thing happening in there or something like that. But otherwise, they're going to be tough to beat.
Man. This may be the favorite in the entire league. This is tough. That logo, though, is excellent. If you get a chance, maybe they could put it in the Discord somewhere. It's a feast to look at. It's really, really good logo.
It all worked out.
It's super good.
It all worked out so well. They ended up in the Misery Mire. If I found out that they were put there first and then everyone was put into the rest of the divisions around them so that it would end up this way, I'd be fine with that even instead of it being random. But it works out so well, and I love them.
Yeah, should be good. And who's Error 216 going to go up against? Land of the Blind, Wobbly Wide Wimpy, Yoda Nashi, and Ben Creighton. What do we got with this? I think this is I know Ben, but the other two I think are newer-ish runners.
That's pretty much my feeling about this team as well. I'm not sure about the other ones, but that's the cool thing with just tournaments in general. Like a lot of people just want to dive their feet in and find out how it is to play A Link to the Past on a competitive level, which is completely different from just playing a normal SRL race.
Yeah,
exactly. And you just everyone started somewhere, right? So
Yeah.
just because you are maybe not as familiar with the tech and the skill that day one doesn't mean that, give it a year or whatever. God, who knows how long this will keep going for. You can definitely improve quite a bit, as basically everyone who's gotten better has noticed. So yeah, looking forward to them play.
And the league is a great place to step up your game. So you got lots of opportunities to face some tough teams. Next up, we've got the last locationers: Illis, Lin, and Goomba. This division stacked as well.
Yeah, this is a team returning from last year. They switched out Drank for Lin, and it's still as stacked as it was last year.
Yeah, these guys are awesome runners, really good in all the, fringe entrance, mystery modes, really good performances in the past tournament. I wonder if adding Lin to the weeb combo of Illis and Goomba will just cause their team's powers to multiply, or will it actually multiply too much to become overpowered and cause a problem for them? That's what we're looking into, but everyone who knows them is the least surprised in their logos, and bringing back the top logo from last year, Last Locationers. Great team name, awesome dudes, great runners, and going to be really, really tough to beat.
Yeah, tough to beat. And also in a tough division, similar to last year, I want to say they started 0-4 or something, and then ran off a pretty good run to make it to the playoffs. So watch out for the Last Locationers.
Yeah, they had a really brutal schedule at the start of last year and had a lot of must-win games down the stretch that they pulled off. So they're really good players.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Magic Lamp Oil with Kainup, Prier, and Durand. Can you give me an insight on Magic Lamp Oil?
Well, first of all, I didn't realize that's how the lamp in Link to the Past works, but
it's fairies.
Now it all makes sense. Yeah. Now it all makes sense why it's draining magic when you use it. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too familiar with the names except for Prior. Prior's been along for a long time and played in lots of tournaments, but I'm not too sure about Kainup or Durand. But that could be me just
I know Durand
up too much.
Durand plays in a lot of the evening dailies that are probably not at a great time for Walt, so I'm familiar with him. He's a pretty good runner. Not necessarily a newer runner, been around for a while and really good, but I'm also not as familiar with Kainup either.
I'm seeing they're a French team. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I knew Prior was French, and I thought Durand was, so that makes sense.
So watch out for them. All right, next up, we've got Missing Bow with Marty, Tale, and Houston Baba. Another returning team from Season 1. With a change, though. Marty is a new addition to the team.
Yeah, this was the team that Linden then was on last season, I believe. So get to face off against this old team in this division.
Nice. Should be good. A couple German runners, and then Marty gets to practice his German.
Yeah. Good luck. I'm glad the game doesn't actually give you items that are troll not items, because that would probably make none of us play it.
What's funny is there was a bunch of races where they were missing their bow in the scene.
That's the problem. You pick a name like this, you think it's a funny gag, and then the universe turns on you and says, "Oh, you thought missing the bow was funny. How about never finding the bow?"
Yeah. And also,
good news is we have.
Right? Last Locationers had a bunch of scenes where they had to end up last location. It's a curse. Yeah. That's why we thought about changing Team Kappa to name 30-minute go mode.
Yeah, team guaranteed to win.
Yeah.
But then you got to worry about the universe going the other way on you too. You got to play this karma stuff right, man. It's no joke.
That's right. Sorry, Walt, what were you saying?
No, we have two bows in
that's
version
true.
For the one now, right?
Yeah.
But maybe that just means it's going to be team missing two bows or something.
All right, next up in the Misery Mire division, we've got Team Challenge with Ridley Dragon, Zelnus, and Fajita Knight, who has one of my favorite icons for a player icon. Give me a little info on Team Challenged.
Though this is a admin team from the Challenge Cup, I believe. All three of them. And it's going to be interesting to see them actually get some rando done instead of being like behind the scenes pulling the strings of tourneys. Now they get to show off what they got.
Yeah, I mean, some great avatars. I don't understand the reference of their team logo, if there is one or
Yeah,
not.
I have no idea either.
but the Macho Man is always at close to my heart, and yeah, that avatar, I it's too much. The Nick Cage one is like, it's like 1 degree too much for me, so I think I might have to dock it a few points. But it's a good team, and I think Walt's right there. The admin team for the Challenge Cup, and yeah, it should be fun for them to not have to deal with the headaches that Fear Agent's going to have to deal with.
That's right. All right, moving on. The Sexy Ganons. We've got Freddy, Fant, and Yagamoth. This is a really good team, and I really like that logo.
Yeah, I mean,
all Ganon wants to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all Ganon wants to do is give you a hug, right? So it doesn't seem too surprising to me that he has such a big heart.
Yeah, this team is going to be good. This is like one of those sneaky good teams. Like, you might not expect much from the Sexy Ganons, but watch out. They're gonna pull out some wins, and you're not going to see it coming.
Yeah, I feel like Yagamoth is too big, if that's the right word, to be sneaky at this point. He's put up really good showings in all the tournaments he's played in. He doesn't really run that often. I mean, he plays a lot of other games, obviously, but he's a super good runner. And Freddy and Fant, I mean, I'm more familiar with Freddy than Fant, but this is a good team, and yeah, like they alluded to, a really good logo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be good. All right, so take a look at the Misery Mire division. We got a Link to the West Coast, Error 216, Land of the Blind, Last Locationers, Magic Lamp Oil, Missing Bow, Team Challenge, and the Sexy Ganons. Got a couple matches to watch. All right, Frost Wealth, as we head into the final stretch. Who do you guys got coming out of this division? I think Error 216 or Last Locationers are got to be the favorites.
Yeah, I think that's clear favorites.
Those probably feel like the obvious picks, but
yeah,
it's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah, that week 6 Error 216 Last Locationers matchup, that's spoiler keys week. You know, I think if it had been the Ambrosia mode, I definitely would have probably picked one team. If it had been maybe Entrance, I probably would have picked the other team. In the spoiler keys mode...
Well, you know what the good news is for that week? Last Locationers probably won't Last Location their go mode if it's spoiler week.
That is true.
If they did, it would be a very bold maneuver. But yeah, that is a really good point. And yeah, that's must-watch TV. I'm going to set my TiVo for that because I'm old and I use TiVo, and definitely going to watch that race. It's going to be some of the best execution I think we'll probably see in the tournament.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, Skullwoods Division. Feline Paralysis, Sick Nasty, JJ Blue, and Ursula 4115. Got a little theme going here, I would say.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about Feline Paralysis?
I mean, I'm not a veterinarian, so I'm the wrong person to ask. But I'm not as familiar with these runners. Obviously, they got the cat picks. I mean, I'll give them some good points. I'm a dog person. It's not like I hate cats, but you know, if they were pandering to the judges, it might have been canine paralysis. But no, this is a newer running team. I'm familiar with Ursula, and I think I've seen the other two around, and looking forward to seeing them play.
Mm-hmm. Is this a team off topic?
Yes.
That's where all the cat picks shows up.
Exactly. Team
exactly.
Off topic for sure.
I also love the JJ Blue pick. I think everyone who's played Randos has looked like that at one point.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They have like the three faces of Rando. There's angry Rando, there's like pleading for the game to give you the item you want Rando, and then there's like lost in the universe of space. I'm done with this game. Get me out of here, Rando.
That's right. All right, moving on. We've got Hime, I think that's how you pronounce it, with Ravis, Kermit, and Dragon Strike. A really, really strong German team. What can you guys tell me?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a really lit team. Dragon Strike is at the moment in the finals of the Challenge Cup, I believe. I don't think they've played those yet, or maybe they have. But this German team looks super strong to me.
Yeah, I mean, they're all really good runners, and I mean, the European flavor of the group, I think, is awesome, and it's going to be an awesome to watch them play. They're a new team, one of the stronger new teams to join, and I think they've been putting in a ton of practice, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they've been playing a lot of spoiler log co-op.
Yeah.
So whoever faces them that week, be ready. This team has put in the practice. All right, moving on. We've got major mistakes with Tito, Catobat, and Alex Hacks, another really, really strong German team. What can you guys tell us about this team?
So I've definitely seen them around in German community, but I don't interact too much there since I actually don't speak German. I just pretend to know German by posting stuff from Google Translate. So I can't tell too much about them, but it's going to be interesting to find out.
Yeah, I definitely am in the same boat. I do not speak German, so Tito was one of those players that I had never heard of that did really awesome last tournament. So obviously he's a good runner, and the logo is incredible. but this is going to be a fun team to watch, and looking forward to seeing him play. Tito especially, because
watch out for major mistakes. Next up, we've got Noble Foxes with Angels, Nobly, and Obscure Lifeform. I'm a little disappointed Angels didn't go with the theme, but it is what it is, and the nobility of that logo is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I feel like the Noble Foxes is like it's a secret society at a very posh university, and that's their logo, right? Uh-huh. So I'm sort of instinctively sort of not in favor of these guys, but I know a couple of them and they're good dudes. And the Combo Breaker logo is, and I have no idea what things are either. It's like I don't get any references apparently.
Sure. It's always nice to see some of the Nordic rando represent in the league as well.
Nice.
Moving on, we've got reheated leftovers from season 1, which was just leftovers before, with Days Cloud, Top Life, and Mystic. Glad to see these guys back. They didn't know each other going into season 1. They stayed true to it and are back for season 2, and they reheated what they had left.
I am a huge fan of their avatars. Obviously one of them, I think Walt said it might have been Mystic, put a lot of effort into putting them together, and they look fantastic. And they all represent the sprites they use, if you're familiar with them. And they're one of my favorite stories from season 1, a group of randos getting thrown together to play Randomizer in a league together, and then sort of becoming good friends and continuing to play. And I know they've been putting in work, and they're going to be a good team. And
kind of an unlikely combination of team members here, since one is based in Norway, one in America, and one in Korea. So the time difference is amazing.
It's like, on the other hand, though, whatever team they're facing against, they got someone who can step up to the plate, right?
That's right. All right, next up, we've got Shovel is the True Go mode. Tepidino, I want to say Allen and So 15. Is that how you say it? Am I mispronouncing
So
it?
15, I think that's how it is,
How I've mispronounced everything?
I believe this is a Brazilian team. I haven't seen them much myself, but it's gonna be super fun to find out. So we have 2 Brazilian team pretty much, plus Super Nintendo.
That's right. Yeah, it's nice to see Brazil show up for this. Let's see if Shovel is their True Go mode this season. Next up, we've got the returning champions, Team Awesome, Ayoshi, Hitsian 1137, and in the cleanup spot, replacing Thalane, we've got Raymond. What can we say about Team Awesome?
I mean, obviously, their title kind of speaks for itself. They were had an amazing run last season. It's going to be interesting to see them if they can keep it up this time around. The problem with being on top is there's just you can't go further up, right? There's only down or staying up there. So they're gonna have to fight hard for it.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in their position and I finished second, I'd be like, doing mental gymnastics like, oh yeah, well we beat more teams this year and we beat last year, so it's just as good, right? Even though you're mad because you didn't finish first. But no, obviously they're a great team. Raymond is an amazing runner. For people that aren't maybe as familiar with him, he's one of those guys that I never beat. I know me and Fear farmed him in a co-op race within the past month because I specifically remember that happening. But he's a really good runner and really good at cross keys and mysteries and some of the more fringe modes, as is Hitsu. And I know Yoshi had a really, really good run. I think I want to say he made it to the quarterfinals in the tournament. And he's an awesome runner as well. So this is a super stacked team. Obviously, they're the Season 1 returning champions, and they're going to be a tough out for anybody, obviously.
Yep. They're here. They're back to defend their title. And finally, we've got another team. Someone else, go ahead and give it a shot, because the way I've been pronouncing everything,
Okay,
I
I
so
can
off.
give it a shot. Oops, da war es auch nicht. Ja, das ist gut, yes. I think.
I actually did a reverse Google Translate on this one, and I think it was something along the lines of, oops, it wasn't there either. So I like them.
Yeah. And a good team, too. I mean, it's almost not fair to have a bunch of German teams, right? Like, they just beat up on everybody.
Well, that's why we put them all in the same division, right?
That's right. That's right. So what's the translation again for the team name?
Oh, I can't even remember, and I just said it a minute ago.
I think it is. Oops, it wasn't there as well.
That's good. That's
something
the
like
way
that.
I play this game as well. All right, so let's take a look at the Skull Woods division. We've got Feline Paralysis, Hime, Midger Mistakes, Noble Foxes, Reheated Leftovers, Shovel is the True Go Mode, Team Awesome, and the Last German Team. All right, who do you guys got coming out of this division?
I think I'm gonna. Hime, if that's how it's pronounced, and Team Awesome, I think, are pretty strong favorites. I'd love to see Reheated Leftovers make it to the playoffs. And frankly, we've gone through so many teams to this point up in this little presentation here that I'm having a tough time remembering who's on which team anymore.
Sure.
If I were going to put my money on any of these teams, I think Hime has a pretty good chance of taking this division.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Week 3 matchup with Hime and Team Awesome. Week 3 is the Randomizer week, so we might get the Battle of the Rays, which I think will be hype, and then we might get something like Dragon Strike versus Hitsuyan, because everyone knows that Kermit is not going to be playing in Randomizer week.
That's true. That is true.
So that's a super fun matchup, and they're a really good team. And if you've been looking at the dailies recently, Hime's been right at the top of a bunch of them. Kermit put up an insane time recently. I know Ravis went 2 for 2 one day, and I believe Dragon Strike finished second behind him maybe both times. So they're on a run as well. So I wouldn't count them out either.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's take a look at all of these teams in the Dark World Conference. Here's your chance. Who's coming out? Chet, who's coming out of the Dark World Conference? Who's going to be representing the Dark World Conference in the finals?
Obviously, old Swagger Jackson is going to beat Fendara Drifters in the conference finals.
I'd be fine with that. It's further than we made it last year. It's so hard to pick. This is, like you said, this is double the size of the league last year just in this conference. I feel like there's at least, 10 teams, I want to say, that are right on the precipice of potentially winning it if things break their way. And Air 216 obviously super stacked, and I think Last Locationers are really good as well. I feel like that Misery Mire conference is got 2 really tough teams, and then the 2 German teams in the Skullwoods division, Team Awesome and Hime, I think are really good. And Friday will give an interview, Swagger Jackson, our team, Beard Force 1, Titansmith. It's just an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'll go Air 216 just because it's the easy pick. All right. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us. Teams can now begin scheduling matches in the Discord. You can go to How To League in the Discord, which should be up. If you haven't joined our Discord, there's the information on joining it. The ALTTPR League website is live right now. Give us a few minutes, or give me a few minutes after this is over, and all of the information that we have here is going to be live on the website, let's say in 10 minutes. And you can find out, you can see all the divisions, you can see all the teams and the logos, and all that stuff is up there. So make sure you check it out. 64 teams. We went from 16 to 64. And we're going to crown a champion this year. 7 weeks, 5 weeks of playoffs, and we're just getting started. Games start on Monday, but we have a special kickoff match Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern. We've got Team Awesome defending their title against Major Mistakes. It'll be here on Speed Gaming, as well as it's going to be a double header. We're going to go 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. So you don't want to miss out on our kickoff match on Sunday between Team Awesome and Major Mistakes. And then Monday, and then the league officially begins on Sunday, so you can start watching all of the matches here on Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming network of channels, as well as the league channels. So make sure you're checking out the website. Make sure you're in the Discord. Get all the information. There's a million matches this season. We're not going to be able to restream them all, but we're going to try to get as many as we can. There's some really, really good matchups that you don't want to miss. Frostbite and Walther, it's been a blast doing this with you guys. Chat, I hope you enjoyed this. It went a little longer than we'd hoped, but there's so many teams it took us a little bit longer to get through. Again, Discord and the website, and we'll see you all there.